when we as men, young men included, doesn't matter what age we are, seek to fit in rather than be authentic, we actually get more pushback. Okay, so when you're trying to do everything right and trying to be everything to all people, like when you get around your Christian buddies, now you're a Christian. When you get away from your Christian buddies and now you're over here with the secular buddies and they're like, have a beer, like you lean that way, like you're not being authentic. You're not standing up for who you are. And the reason we don't do that is, I've got an armor tattoo that covers my entire shoulder. Okay, it's got a thing, one part lion, one part lamb. Okay, it's another one of my core beliefs. I believe that you have to develop the skill set to become one part lion and one part lamb, which ultimately leads you to authenticity. So one part lion, one part lamb means the boldness, the courage, the drive, the ambition. The lamb means the compassion, the empathy, the intuitive ability. We as men, the reason this is an armor piece, because originally the first part of my life was an uphill battle. So I used to tell, in fact, as much as a year ago, if I got on a show, I'd say, look, I've been fighting uphill my entire life. That's all I know. Like all I know is to draw a sword, grab a shield, and fight forward. And then last year, something shifted in me as part of my understanding around this new concept around the integration of integrating those two pieces to develop the authenticity. I finally began to understand that I'm actually no longer called to be a warrior. Those are for young. That's a young man's game. I'm called to be a warrior in the garden, which is a Japanese proverb that basically says it's always better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in a war. In other words, it's actually a good thing that you learn to fight. You have the drive, you have the ambition of things of that nature. Because at some point in time, you're going to become the next Yoda or whatever mentorship capacity to someone in need. The greatest purpose in life you'll ever have is serving the person you used to be, which mandates that you continually become something more. So another long-winded way of saying it all comes back to choice. It all comes back to authenticity. When they say in the energetic world, if you use the energetic verbiage, and the Bible actually supports this, that the greatest, highest vibration is love, and only one thing is above it. It's called authenticity. I find that when I show up and I'm just me. Hey guys, I'm Steven. I used to be homeless. I'm a high school dropout, ADHD, dyslexic kid. I also went out and built a 9-figure company and more companies than that. And I don't do it from a place of ego. I do it from a place of service. How can what I've learned from here to here serve you? How can it transform you as Steve transformed me from the inside? How can that happen? And when I show up and I'm just me, hey guys, I like Jesus, and I also understand a little bit of the quantum and energy. I like science too. And when I dig into science, if I'm actually honest, I see how science actually supports stuff, not takes away from it. I don't let my anger control me. If I'm angry with somebody, I try to get it up and out of me as quickly as possible. So it doesn't control my life, my belief systems. The reason that is so important is because of authenticity. Be authentic and you will have less resistance, period. It's not that you won't have any resistance, because you need resistance to build the strength in your body. It's kind of like climbing a mountain. Like you can't climb Kilimanjaro if you've never even walked on a treadmill. Like these lessons are what build and shape you to make you the strong warrior, to allow you to fight the big battles, to allow you to take over the territory, get the conquering you need. And then followed by that, there will become a time where all of a sudden you get to put your sword down and now become a warrior in the garden and only pick the sword up when absolutely necessary. So another long-winded way of saying yes and.
So. That's awesome.